Okay, cool. Let's start. Yogesh want let's solve it seems. Yeah, actually I found the fix for that login. You know, as I said, because login page should not be under the access under the secure resources. It should not be secured. Login page should not be secured. That was the problem yesterday, as I said. That's the reason why login page was not displayed. So now let's quickly review this. Okay. Here, okay, cool. We can not somebody. I really hope most of them will do that. Okay. Somebody will cook food. Somebody will listen to music. Somebody will play music. Okay. So now, this form has got no issues. This is a perfect form. Okay. So whenever you want to add your own custom login pages, then what you will do, you will need to add, you need to create a form. But you see, there are certain rules which you have to follow while creating this form. As I said, first of all, you see the action value should be JSpring security check. The action value should be JSpring security check. And here, the method should be post. The method should be post. And obviously, login pages always will be post methods, right? Yeah. You see that you have to add two text fields here. One text field, one password field. You see, the text field name should be J username and the password field should be J password. Okay. The password field should be J password. Here, these are the rules which you have to follow. Okay. Make sure that the submit button name is submit. And then see, we can configure this login page. We can ask the Spring Security to use this login page. We can ask the Spring Security to use this login page. Now you will configure the details about this file. In the security configuration file. Okay, here we'll use this login form. Sorry, form login. And actually what I did is here, I've changed the URL. Whatever the resources which you want to secure, please make sure that you add a prefix secure to it. As of now, you see, my secure resources, it may not be secure, the folder name can be anything. What I did is here, as of now, the secure resources, I've placed it here in this folder. And what you can do is actually here, even the controllers, you can use the prefix secure. Okay, so if you want to secure the controllers also, you can use the prefix secure. Okay, yes. That's all you're supposed to do. And then actually here you see now this login page is not secured. Okay, login page is not secured. How to configure the login page using this form login element, login page, login JSP, that's it. Okay, now let's run this application once. Okay, just let me check once. Could not open servlet context resource XML file. Okay, let me check this in the web.xml file once. Oh, sorry, just a second. So yesterday I was changing this configurations here. That was a problem. No, I was changing this configuration file details, so that was a problem. Under the app, you got servlet context.xml. Okay, fine. Now it should work. Okay. Here, if I try to access a search page, not search, okay, search page. So because it is under the secured folder, the Spring Security will make sure that you first log in, and then it will ask you to log in, and once you're logged in, it will check the privileges, whether you got the privileges or not, and then it will throw the exception. It will provide access to you. Okay, yes. You see, now when I'm trying to access a the secure folder search JSP, here now it is actually displaying the login page. You see, this is our login page, custom login page. This is our custom login page. Okay, now we'll try to log in. And Harry 123, let's see. Click on submit. Yes, you see, we got the search page. Okay. Here, you know, when it comes to login, sorry, logout, not login, not login, logout. You know, regarding the logout, you will find that by default, okay, if you want to log out, then you have to place a request. You have to place a request for the URL. The user has to place a request for the URL j_spring_security_logout. This is the default URL. This is the default URL here. Okay. Yes. J underscore spring underscore security underscore logout. This is the default URL. You have to place a request for this URL. Okay. Yes. So if you place a request for this URL, then generally you should be able to log out. Okay. Yes, we should be able to log out. And we don't need any special configurations here at first place. Yes. Let's see whether we'll be able to log out or not. Okay, already it is logged in, right? So you're logged in. Okay, it's again asking Harry, say Harry 123. Can log out. Yes. Now we are logged out. Here, now again if you try to access the search page, okay, it is you're able to log in. Sorry, it is not logged out. Just a second. We are not logged out. You see, because that search page is again displayed, right, without logging in. Security. Log out. We can configure this value. Invalidate session equal to true. Invalidate session equal to true. What it does? So the user who's currently logged in, it will make sure that the session associated to that user will be closed. The session associated to that user will be closed. Yeah. Okay. Yes. That is what it does. Yeah. Sorry. So let's see. It should work, but if by any chance if it doesn't work, I found that logout has got few issues. It's not only now, even previously. Thanks for that. Here, okay, we'll try to log out. Okay, so let's see whether we are successfully logged out or not. Okay. Oh, we are not logged out. Still, you see, we are not yet logged out. But we should be able to log out using this URL, but it's not working. That's the problem. Here, there is one more thing. When I'm trying to click on that logout link, actually the register page is invoked. but actually register pages and logout has got no relation. But why it is displaying this register page, I have to, trace it. I'll show you how the register page is invoked. Generally, this register page is associated to this controller, right? So when this register page will be invoked, whenever a request is placed for the URL register process.htm, okay, and that request register process.htm should be placed using get method. Then only the register page should be invoked. But to my surprise, when we are trying to click on that logout link, okay, when we are trying to click on that logout link, in the address bar, it is showing the URL as JString security logout itself. But you know what it is doing here? It is displaying the register page. Yes, why it is doing this? It's a very strange behavior actually. That is what we have to find out. Okay, so what do you people think? Have you people got any clues about it? Okay, okay. So Pankaj says to clean up. Let's see. I'll stop the server. Okay, and you see I'm removing this project. Okay, and then I'll remove the I'll clean the Tomcat work directory. Yes, I'm cleaning the Tomcat work directory, and I'll clean the Tomcat server also. You see, clean. What happens if you clean this? You see, if there are any projects which were added from this workspace, which were removed, they will be deleted from the Tomcat server as well. Okay? Yes, we have done that. So now in the Tomcat server, there is no application which is added from this workspace. So now let's deploy this application. Okay? Any other suggestions? Because even I am clueless why it is doing it. Actually the controller should be only invoked when a request is placed for the URL register process.htm, right? That is what is expected actually. But here, unfortunately, when we are trying to log out, when we are trying to log out, then this register controller is invoked. Then the register controller is invoked. That is the problem. Okay? Yes. You people think about it. Why so? Okay, I'll try to access search page. Okay, now here we have to log in. I'll click on submit. Okay, you got the search page. Now you see I'll try to log out. If you want, all of you can check that URL also. Click on logout. You see the URL in the address bar. It is showing that it is Spring Security itself logout. But the thing is, the logout page is invoked. The register page is the logout. Sorry, the register controller is invoked actually. The register controller is invoked actually. That's the problem. Okay. Yes. Actually, we don't need it because by default, you have the support in the framework for that. Got it? Yes. Any other suggestions? Yes. Any other suggestions, please? Whenever logout happens, configure redirect page. Yes. Okay, fine. Here, if logout happens successfully, okay, we'll configure redirect page. Let's see. We'll go with this. Because even I'm running out of options here. That's the reason why I want you people to give me a few suggestions. Let's see if it works. Logout. Yesterday we tried it. It didn't work, right? But yes, today we'll try it again. Logout success. Let's say. It works well and good. Once I tried it, but actually the security features, if they didn't support it, we'll see. Usually this attribute is used for that purpose. Yesterday we have configured everything, right? We have secured every resource. So that was a problem. So today whether it works. If it works, good. Okay. Search page. Harry. Harry 123. Click on submit. Okay. We'll click on logout. No, no use. That is a problem. Okay, fine. So I'll give you this application. I want you people to also try this. Okay. So hope everyone will try this. Now, the other thing here is configuring the database. Instead of using the configuration file, okay, I got another suggestion. So I did. Okay, in security XML file added section, logout URL. Okay, you know this logout URL which you have to configure. Okay, this is another one. Why we use logout URL, I'll tell you. You know, as of now, by default, as I said, the Spring security framework provides this URL, j underscore spring underscore security underscore logout. And the thing is, if you don't want to use this default URL, you can configure your own logout URL. Okay, that is the second option. But actually, the first option we are trying this, it is not working. That means the URL, default URL which is provided by the Spring framework is not working. So what you can do is you can configure your own URL. How to configure our own URL? That is where this logout URL comes into picture. Why? To configure our own URL for the logout. Okay, so let's configure our own URL for the logout. Okay, let's say we'll do this logout.html. Okay, I'll do this logout.html. Yes, that means now this is the URL which we want to use for the logout. And here, you know, we have to, as of now, this is a dummy URL. We have to configure a controller for this. We have to configure a controller for this now. Okay, we have to configure a controller for this logout. And here, you know what? If we let's configure the controller for that. I think already we did it once, logout success. Let's say this is the controller for that. I'll do this logout.html. Logout.html. Okay, for logout. I'll do one thing. I'll move this controller into plus security. Dot security. And then, sorry. I will move this controller into that package, security package. Okay. Here, we'll try to configure already this controller is configured, right? Okay, we'll try to configure the details. Okay, see logout.html and the request. If it is placed for get HTTP method get, this controller will be invoked. Got it? So now here you got the configuration file where it is your string configuration file. Definitely that logout, you know, URL, the default URL has got some issues. Okay, now here already this package is configured here. So if you want additionally to make sure that our class controller class is scanned, you can add the sub package details also, but it is not needed, but you can do this dot security to make sure that this controller class is scanned appropriately. Okay, yes. Now here, we will try to run this code. Okay, if you want, we'll also add this model map. Okay, sometimes you may have a doubt that, okay, I didn't add this parameter model map, right? So let me add this one also if you want, but it is not needed, you know. Model map, when you will use model map, we have discussed about it. When do we use model map? Can someone tell me when to use model map? Yes. When do we use model map? You know, if you want to supply the command object details or the form bean details, then you will use model map. Then you will use model map. Okay. Not even to resolve the JSP here. Okay. Yes. Now let's try to deploy this. Okay, logout success, where it is? Logout success JSP. Let me do one thing. Here, this JSP, I have to move it to web app views. So we have moved it to views directory. Here is where got the logout success JSP. Okay, fine. Let me run this code. Now, you see, the session is already logged in. We'll try to log out. Oh, sorry. We have to change this in the search page also, right? Please change it in the search page. Now we have to use a new URL. What is it? What is the new URL? Logout.htm. Okay, it need not be logout.htm. You can give any URL. As of now, we are using this. Okay, so if you want, I will place the request for the search page again. So if the user is logged in, it won't ask the user to log in again, right? Only if the user is not logged in, the security framework will ask the user to log in. Yes. Just a second, please. Here, now click on logout. Okay, no use. Again, the request went to the register JSP itself. Register controller itself. This is strange. Okay, let me do one thing. I'll just comment this controller. Okay, that means now we don't have register controller. We don't have this register controller. You see, actually, the URL has changed to logout.htm, but still blindly the request is going to the register controller itself. This is strange. Let me restart once. Okay, now you got a different error. It says no mapping found for the HTTP request with name app servlet, it says. Actually, we'll see whether this logout controller is invoked or not. Okay, let's see. Where is the logout controller? Here it is, right? So whether this controller is invoked or not, we'll try to trace it. That is a SOP statement here. Logout success. Okay. Directly I'll call logout controller. You can do it. Otherwise, from the link itself, I'll call. So logout controller is not invoked here. There is no hint of it. So though we have configured the URL explicitly on our own, it's not working here. So I will definitely find an issue. Find a fix for this. Okay, so I'll let you know. Just give me some time. Especially with the logout. Login, everything is working fine, right? Only the issue is with the logout now. I'll let you know. Okay, how to address this issue. So we have configured the URL and all. Still, it's not working. Let's not waste our time. Now there are a few more things which I need to tell you people here. So though it takes some time, definitely I'll find out the fix. Spring security modules, there was a lot of changes which have been made earlier. Okay, according to the requirement, I'm actually trying to use the new security module as of now, new version of it. I'm trying to use the new version of security module here. Okay, yes. So let me see what are the issues here. Okay, there is one more thing. On successful login, if you want the user to direct to a particular page, so directly user has logged into trying to access a login page, and when user successfully logs in, you want to take the user to a particular page. Okay, so you see, you'll find that in that case, you have different options here. You see, first of all, let's say if user, what if the user is not able to successfully logged in? I'll tell you. First of all, default target URL is nothing but if user successfully logged in, then you want to take the user to which page? That is what the default target URL is. Okay. Let's say that target URL is, let's say, welcome.jsp. I'll add a welcome JSP here. Okay. I'll add a welcome JSP. Let's do that. Here, successfully logged out. Okay. I'll run this code. Now, I'll directly try to access this login page. Okay, login.jsp. Let's log in. Harry. Okay, Harry. Not working. Click on submit. Oh, sorry. You're successfully logged in. Huh? The welcome JSP is invoked here. You see that the message should be successfully logged in. I'm thinking about logout itself. It will display this message. Now the user is successfully logged in. Okay. Now you can direct the user to some other pages. We can have some links here. It works. Okay. Hope you people got it. Now there is one more thing. What if the login fails? Let's say I want to redirect the user to the same login JSP again. Okay. Let's see. By default, let's say here, if we don't configure this, what if the user fails to log in? Okay, let's see what happens. From another browser, I'll try to access this application. It will be considered as a new session itself. Okay, let's say the URL should be app.login.jsp. I copy this URL, and from another browser, I'll try to log in. This will be considered treated as a different session. You see now we got this login page. Now we'll try to log in. I'll give some other details here. Let's say this user is not existing. Click on submit. You see, by default, you got the same page here. By default, you got the same page again, login page itself. But let's say I want to take the user to different page. Okay, then what you will do? Here, failure URL you can configure. Let's say login failure JSP. We don't have that JSP. We'll try to configure it. Login failure .jsp. Okay. This time there is some issue. Just a second. The issue is with the server itself. If we start and if we redeploy the applications a lot of times, you may find this kind of issues actually. In development, it is common. On the server, on the production server, we don't play with the servers much, right? Once it is deployed, that's it. First of all, user is logged out or not. Let's see if yes, user is logged out. Say, I give correct username, password, I give something else. You can't submit. Login failure JSP is not there. It says, oh, sorry, there is a spelling mistake here itself. Failure JSP. Yeah, it is working actually. So now this time, refresh this. Wrong password. Oh, I'm sorry. I've changed the configuration file, but it has to be reloaded, right? If you modify the configuration files, you have to reload the application. Yes. If you modify the JSP, you don't need to reload the application. But configuration files, if you reload them, sorry, if you modify them, you have to reload it. Not JSP. Click on that. Yes, login failure. So this way we can rewrite the request here. Okay. So hope you people got it. Do one thing. I'll place this application in the Dropbox, okay, so that you people can access it. Please go through this. I'll show you how to use this database. And the last thing which I wanted to tell you here is not regarding the Spring Security, but regarding the annotations, how to fully configure the annotations in the application completely, not here in Spring Security, but in general, any Spring application. So you'll find that without any need for the configuration file, you can work with Spring. Okay, it is only possible in Spring 3. Okay, later Spring 3.x and later versions of Spring 3.x. Yes. Okay, so that will be our last class. Tomorrow we'll be having a class at same time.